Hey guys, it's Carrie. Today I'm featuring my new dire wolf and lots of other prehistoric mammals. The dire wolf has 3 different heads. You see what I mean? It features at 9:48 and lots of amazing wolves. I have all my wolf pack out today. There are subtitles in English. Wolves are complex, highly intelligent animals who are caring, playful, and above all, devoted to family. Wolves educate their young, take care of their injured, and live in family groups. Grey wolves often show significant displays of affection and other emotions. Please subscribe and turn on notifications. Smilodon is one of the best known saber-toothed predators and prehistoric mammals. I'm not too sure about that mane. Tell me what you think. Smilodon lived in the Americas. They lived between 2.5 million years ago and 10,000 years ago. The largest collection of Smilodon fossils comes from Los Angeles, and there was no mane hair amongst them. Smilodon was more robustly built than any extant cat, with particularly well-developed forelimbs and exceptionally long upper canine teeth. Its jaw had a bigger gape than that of modern-day cats, and its upper canines were slender and fragile, being adapted for precision killing. There were 3 species. Gracilis, which was the smallest one, weighing between 55 to 100 kilograms. Fatalis, which had a weight of 160 to 280 kilograms. Populator was between 220 and 436 kilograms. Marsupial lion lived in Australia. It had powerful teeth and a dangerous thumb claw. It was the top predator. Gastornis was a very large flightless bird. It reached a height of 2 meters. The legs were well developed with a stride that could cover a lot of ground, allowing Gastornis to reach quite fast speeds. The wings, by contrast, were so undeveloped that they were what is known as vestigial, present but serving no practical physical purpose. Gastornis had a large and robust beak, and when the musculature is reconstructed, it is clear that Gastornis would have been capable of an exceptionally strong bite. Estemenosuchus. It means crowned crocodile. It is an extinct genus of large, early omnivorous therapsid. It grew to a length of 3 meters, and its skull was long and massive, up to 65 centimeters in length. Cave bear. It had a very broad, domed skull with a steep forehead. Its stout body had long thighs, massive shins, and in-turning feet, making it similar in skeletal structure to the brown bear. Diprotodon lived in Australia during the Pleistocene. Diprotodon is the largest known marsupial to have ever lived. It greatly exceeds the size of its closest living relatives, wombats and koalas. Inostrancevia is the biggest known gorgonospian, the largest fossil specimens indicating an estimated size of between 3 meters and 3.5 meters. It had a robust skeleton and large canine teeth. Eutherium. Its skull was 76 centimeters long. It was 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder and a body length of about 4 meters. It would have weighed up to 2 tons. It was similar to today's rhinoceros, both in size and in shape. Its legs were robust to sustain the weight of the animal, and they were equipped with hooves. The males had larger teeth than the females. The upper canine teeth were large. Kalenkin, also known as a terror bird. These predatory birds lived in now what is Argentina, about 15 million years ago. Kalenkin was a flightless bird with long hind limbs, narrow pelvises, proportionately small wings, and huge skulls with a tall, long, sideways compressed, hooked beak. Its skull could grow to 71 centimeters, which is about the size of a horse's skull. This made it the largest skull of any known bird. They were ground predators or scavengers, and were an apex predator. Daeodon is an extinct genus of entelodont, even-toed ungulates that inhabited North America about 23 to 20 million years ago. Their limbs were long and slender, with the bones of the foreleg fused together. And notice there are only 2 toes on each foot. Owls would fight for dominance, possibly using their mandibular tubercles as protection, in addition to their function as muscle attachments. They were most likely opportunistic omnivores, much like bears. They were roughly the size and weight of a modern rhinoceros or hippo, with a broad, flat, warthog-like face complete with warts, which are actually fleshy wattles supported by bone. They are often referred to as hell pigs. Hyaenodon gigas. It was the largest species, being 378 kilograms and around 3 meters in length. Despite the name, there is no close relation between the hyaenodons and hyenas or even dogs, although they do share a common ancestor. Andrewsarchus is closely related to hippos and to whales, both members of a large order of mammals called artiodactyls. Andrewsarchus aggressively defended its territory. Steppe mammoth was one of the largest mammoth species. It evolved in East Asia during the early Pleistocene, around 1.8 million years ago, before migrating into North America. Mammoths, they lived from the late Miocene epoch, around 6.2 million years ago, into the Holocene, about 4,000 years ago. They are more closely related to living Asian elephants than African elephants. Like living elephants, mammoths typically had large body sizes. Both sexes had tusks. At first, a small set appeared at about the age of 6 months, and these were replaced at about 18 months by the permanent set. Growth of the permanent set was at a rate of about 2.5 to 15.2 centimeters per year. The tusks display a strong spiral twisting. The heads of mammoths were prominently domed. The back was typically sloping, with the body being wider than that of African elephants. The tails of mammoths were relatively short compared to living elephants. The amazing dire wolf. It is an extinct canine. It lived in the Americas during the late Pleistocene and early Holocene epochs. The dire wolf was about the same size as the largest modern grey wolves, although their teeth were larger with greater shearing ability, and its bite force at the canine tooth was stronger than any known canis species. There are extra heads, they're all interchangeable. This head has a bit of a friendly look. My favourite one, of course, is the snarling head. And I think it would look like this when it's sleeping. Dire wolves went extinct around 10,000 years ago. I'm going to show you my wolf pack now. Our wolf pack maintains order through its hierarchy. This hierarchy is continually reinforced by displays of dominance and submission in a complex mix of vocal and physical communications that wolves use to express and maintain their status. The job of maintaining order and cohesion of the pack falls largely to the alphas, especially the alpha female who keeps the pack together. The alphas bear the responsibility for the welfare of the entire pack. Typically, one of the two will act as a decision maker and alert others of signs of danger. With reproduction, when the two are about to mate, they bond, sleeping close and touching each other more and more. They will approach each other, making quiet whining sounds, mouth each other's muzzles, touch noses, and bump their bodies together. There may be mutual grooming and nibbling of each other's coats, and the two may walk pressed close together. The male may bow to the female, toss and tilt his head, and lay his legs over her neck in what could only be described as a flirting manner. The two may even sleep side by side. As the courtship progresses, the male will smell the genital region of the female to determine her sexual receptivity, his tongue flicking in and out, testing the air for traces of her sex hormones. If she is not sexually receptive, she will repel the male with growls and snaps of her jaws. Right before copulation, the alpha pair might act jubilant by nuzzling, whipping tails in each other's faces, and even urinating. This is when the alpha female releases her sex hormones. The male mounts the female from behind. During mating, an actual physical tie occurs, caused by the swelling in the alpha male's penis and constriction in the female's vaginal wall. After about 5 minutes, the male will stop and twist around so the two are end to end. This is where the actual exchange of sperm happens. The two will still be in a tie for up to half an hour. After mating, pairs will continue to be affectionate. Although wolves often have long-lasting attachments to their mates, if one wolf dies, the widowed mate may breed with another wolf. Please stay and watch another video with me. I love to read and reply to all of your comments. Thank you for watching my video. See you again soon. See you guys in my next video.